Am I actually quitting BookTube? Am I going to stop reading altogether? Let's talk about it. So the title of this video and the thumbnail is only like partially clickbait. As you can see, I haven't uploaded a video in a couple weeks already. And the reason for that is because I went on vacation. I went over to the Oregon coast. Me and my entire family, there was like 15 of us. There was like 5 cars full of people that migrated to the Oregon coast. And we spent about like 5 days on the beach just hanging out and enjoying time with each other. And if you don't know, I'm actually in the middle of selling my house. So on the way back from the Oregon coast, it's about an 8-hour drive from my house. And about halfway back, I got a call from my realtor asking if they could do a walkthrough of the house. And I said, hey, I'm not home. I'm like halfway home from the Oregon coast, but my house is empty. So if you want to walk through it, go for it. And so the family that did the walkthrough of the house, a couple days later, put in an offer on the house. And so my house is being sold. And that's fantastic news, except for I'm going to have to live with family until I can find a house to purchase. I have to wait till my current house closes and I get the money from that. And there's like a whole process before I get money. And then I'm going to use that money to put a down payment on my house. Long story short is I won't have the time or the space to record videos, edit, upload, etc. for the foreseeable future. It kind of depends on how long I have to stay with family and how long it takes me to find a new house that I actually want and that I can move into, and how long it takes me to move in, and yada, yada, yada. I am quitting BookTube, but kind of just temporarily. Please don't unsubscribe because I will be back, I promise. This is just a temporary hiatus. But I'm not going to quit reading. So let's talk about that, because I've been reading and I've also bought a few books to read. So I kind of want to just do a quick little reading update and a little bit of a book haul. So I had like a couple week period, like right before I was going on vacation, where it wasn't going to be enough time to get a video uploaded, but I still wanted to read something. And so what I decided to do is I picked up The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy, the first era trilogy. My review of Mistborn, The Final Empire is up on my channel if you want to watch that. And this video is going to be up on my channel eventually once I get through this whole situation and have some time and space to record. So I read this, and then once I read that, I had like, I don't know, a day. I think like maybe a day and a half before I was set to go on vacation. And I didn't want to just not read for that day and a half. And so what I did is I picked up Carrie by Stephen King. This was an awesome book. A little bit of a spoiler. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on this. I might. This is kind of one that I think I might keep in my back pocket for a rainy day when I don't have a video to upload. And then I'll just use this. But spoilers is like, I love the story, but I didn't like the way it was written in like the newspaper, like news clip type format. I wasn't a fan of that. But the story I really loved. It was awesome. It was really heartbreaking too. And then I went on vacation. And while I was on vacation, I had planned this whole time to read this while I was on vacation, because we have a buddy read coming up with me, Shay from the channel Zachary Shay, David from Four Corners of the Page, and Anna from Russia with Books. And that is The Road. So I spent my vacation time reading The Road on the beach. And on my vacation, we slept in these like really cool covered wagons. There's like this camp on the Oregon coast where you can rent out covered wagons. And so I read The Road on the road in a covered wagon, which was fucking cool as shit. Like, it was very cinematic. So I read that. And then just today, I started reading Blood Over Brighthaven. I'm only like 3 chapters into this. I picked it up, read a few chapters, and then I decided to make this video and get this video out and uploaded, because this is the last video that you're going to see on my channel for probably quite a while. Okay, and then a quick book haul. I'm kind of in like a sci-fi mood right now. I know I'm reading Blood Over Brighthaven, which is not a sci-fi, it's fantasy. But when I read Project Hail Mary, like this is like one of my favorite books of all time so far. It's a 6 out of 5 for me. I love this book. So what I did is I bought the other 2 Andy Weir books, obviously, because I heard The Martian is great. I haven't heard like such great things about Artemis, but I loved Project Hail Mary so much that I have to read both of these. I'm just going to read both of them. So I got both of those 2 Andy Weir books. And then everybody on BookTube is talking about this right now because the Broken Binding edition just came out, and I'm super jealous because I'm not in the Broken Binding subscription yet. I'm still on the wait list, and it's taken me forever. I've been asking people how long it's taken them to be approved on the wait list. Some people, it's taken like 2 years. Some people only 6 months. Some people 1 month before they get in. I don't know how it works, but I've been waiting for like, I think I had signed up like the 2nd month that I started reading, and I'm still waiting. So that was in like March. But it is Hyperion by Dan Simmons. And like everybody that I talk to absolutely loves this book. It's like the best sci-fi book in the world. So I had to pick it up and try it for myself. So I'm super excited to read this. I wish I had the Broken Binding edition because it looks absolutely gorgeous, but I got that. And then I got like, I'm doing this fitness program. Well, it's more like a mental mind state program called 75 Hard. If you're in the fitness industry or anything like that at all, I'm sure you've heard of it. Or if you've had any time on the fitness YouTube space, I'm sure you've heard of this 75 Hard program. One of the criteria is that you have to read a self-help book every night. I picked up The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I see it on the shelves all the time at like every bookstore that I go to. And this is going to be the self-help book that I read until I'm done with it, and then I'll switch to something else. And then I got Stephen King's Never Flinch. I'm probably not going to get to this anytime soon. I just wanted to pick it up while it was still new, honestly, because I kind of just wanted like the first edition copy of this. I don't have any real expectations for this when I'm going to read it or like what to expect when I read it. I thought it would be fun to pick up and have another Stephen King book in my Stephen King repertoire. And then the last book that I got, and I have a buddy read planned for this, which I'm hoping I'm still going to get to. We're kind of on the fence about it because I don't want to make them wait too long because of the whole moving situation. I told him, hey, if you want to read it before I'm able to get to it, then that's fine. So I may or may not have a buddy read coming for this, but it is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. You see, I have the First Law trilogy sitting up here, but I haven't read them yet. The Devils gets such mixed reviews, and I'm wondering if that's people who have read other Joe Abercrombie work having a certain set expectation of like what they should expect out of a Joe Abercrombie book. So I'm interested to go into this kind of blind, never having read any Joe Abercrombie, just to see what I think of it. And then I'm going to jump into the First Law trilogy up here and read these and see, like, I don't know. I just think I would have a fresh perspective on this without having the bias of having read all the other books already. I hope that makes sense. I'm just kind of rambling now. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that it's taken so long to get another video out. And it's kind of a real bummer that I'm not going to be able to upload anytime soon. I'm hoping this is only going to last like 2 or 3 months, but it really like, I'm looking at having to like buy a house and close on a house and move into a house and the whole house hunting and all that. Like, I think it's just going to take a while. And so I wanted to make this video to let you guys know that I am quitting temporarily. I'm not going to quit reading though, which is like the most important thing for me, because being a new reader, I'm still at the point where like, if I don't keep this reading habit up, I might lose it. So I'm not going to quit reading. I'm just quitting BookTube for a little bit, but please don't go anywhere because I'll be back. All right. See you guys later. Peace out.